You still up for the collab today?
Um,
What's going on, guys? It's your boy KevX. I'm here today to talk about a series of events that took place with Selena Michelle based off of a vlog that I uploaded yesterday. The name of the vlog is I Stole Pontiac DDG's Girl, Selena Michelle. It'll probably be on the annotation somewhere on the screen. And I just want to say right now that this video is not to bash Selena or demean her character by no means. You know, I don't operate like that, and that's not the purpose of this video. Now, this video may be a shock to some, and this video may not be a shock at all to any. I'm going to share the truth and tell nothing but the truth, okay? So without further ado, let's take it from the top. Now, on July 18th, 2017, Selena Michelle went live on an app called YouNow. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's a broadcasting app where you can go live and you talk to your fans. So I'm on there, I have an account, and I noticed that Selena Michelle was going live. I was familiar with her through YouTube and the YouTube community. So I said, you know what, I'll come through and I'll show some love. So I typed in the comment section, I told her to guest me. And what guest me means is you co-host for the broadcast. So I got on, she guessed me on her broadcast, and you know, I introduced myself.
Selena Michelle, what's going on?
Hi.
How you
I
doing?
like how you got on that. Selena Michelle, what is going on?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
You know, she asked for my name.
What's your name?
I'm Kevin, but my YouTube name is KevX, so.
Oh, Quebec.
She looked at my channel.
I'm going to search
what?
you up right now. Kevin. I'm going to search you up right now, Kevin.
So she reached out to me and she told me that we should collab.
It's kind of funny. Look. X Selena Michelle and you're Kev X. We both have X's.
I'm saying
I'm just saying it might be a sign that we gotta film something. We should definitely collab or do something.
I'm down. Definitely, just let me know whenever you're ready.
She told me to come to California and set it up so that we can collab.
Are you in Cali too?
No, I'm actually in Chicago, believe it or not. So,
Come to Cali and hit me up and we can collab. We can make some YouTube magic.
So we was basically just chopping it up. I was talking to her fans and
Dang, it seems like everybody knows you. Everybody's saying, Kevin, what's up?
hey, what's up, everybody?
she asked me what's my Instagram.
What's your Insta?
What is it? X_GFX.
And so we exchanged, you know, she started liking my pictures, commenting on it, stuff like that. I got her contact, and so I followed up with Selena. I sent her a message. I said, hey, you still down for the collab? And so she was like, yes, like I'm so excited, like let's do it. And she was like, so how are we gonna set it up? I said, I'll fly out there. And she was just like, oh wow, you would do that for me? And I was like, yeah, you know, it's cool. You know, I look at it as a mini vacation, like this is business. You know, I do graphic design work and I'm also a creative director. So she wanted me to design her clothing line. So we talked about that in the messages on Instagram. So I said, yeah, it's cool. I got you. That's what I do. So the original date was supposed to be in sometime in August. So she responded and told me like, hey, I'm going to be going on vacation. Can we do it the first weekend of September? I said, all right, cool. Definitely. I'm down. I'll book everything and get everything set up. And so she was like, yes, great. Like, I look forward to it. Let's do it. We'll further discuss the business side as far as like with her merchandise and everything else when I come to San Diego. So September 1st rolls around, Friday. I get ready. You know, I got my flight booked and everything is just running smoothly. When I get to the airport, my flight ends up canceling. So I notified Selena that my flight was originally going to cancel and I'm going to have to come the next day. So she was like, okay, that's fine. What time are you going to be here tomorrow? But then I was able to talk to the flight attendant and she was able to book me to land in Los Angeles and I just take a train to San Diego. So I did exactly that. I followed up with Selena. I got to San Diego around like 7. She texted me. She was like, she's at work and she had got off at like 10 o'clock and she said that we'll meet up for sure tomorrow, which was Saturday. So Saturday rolled around and so we set the time for 4 o'clock to meet up at the mall because she was telling me that, you know, her father is overprotective and is it possible that we could meet up in a public place? So I was like, okay, that's cool. And, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, you know, it's going to be kind of noisy. I don't know what type of videos we're going to end up doing because we had already discussed what type of videos that we were going to be doing in our DMs. Like we talked about the 7-second challenge. We talked about Would You Rather, a whole bunch of series of just videos that we were supposed to do. So I just went with the flow and I was like, no, it's cool. We can meet up. So we went to a mall called Bonita Mall. Get there at exactly 4 o'clock sharp. And I noticed that my battery was down. I walked in. I ended up having to charge my phone inside of the Sprint store. So I texted her. I said, yo, I'm here. So I asked her where should we meet at. She didn't respond back. So what Selena does is, instead of responding back to my text message, Selena decides that she wants to go on IG Live and start talking to her fans the whole entire time while I'm inside of the mall waiting for her to respond back to my text message of where we gonna meet at. You know, this is a big mall. Like, the mall was like huge. So I sent her a text message back with the emoji with the hand on the chin, like, okay, so you gonna respond back? Like, where do you want to meet at? You know, I've never been to this mall before, so it's just like, okay, can we get a response back? So she's on Instagram Live for like a good, I don't know, like 5, 7, 8 minutes. I mean, she ain't talking about nothing. She was just like, yeah, I'm in the shopping in the mall. Like, I'm so tempted to shop and da-da-da-da-da. And like, and I'm looking at the live, like, and I'm even texting her in the live. I'm like, yo, what's up? So she's not even responding at all. So as soon as I sent the emoji text message, that's when she responded. And she was like, yeah, meet me in the food court. So I was just thinking, I was just like, yeah, that was kind of rude. So I walk upstairs and I get to the food court. You know, we see each other. And, you know, I'm the type of person, I'm very genuine to greet her. And I noticed immediately as I smiled and looked at her, like, she turned away real quick and gave this look on her face and turned the other way. She didn't give me no eye contact. And I'm thinking in my back of my head, like, yo, that was strange. Like, what was the purpose of doing that? Her sister was the complete opposite. She seemed delightful. She gave me eye contact. You know, we hugged and I said, you know, it's very nice to meet you. So then she says, she's like, yeah, I got a bag from Victoria's Secret and, you know, I really wanted to return it or whatever. And I was like, no, it's cool. You know, I'll wait for you. So we walked to the Victoria's Secret store inside the mall. She goes inside with her sister, Michaela. And you know, I was cool. You know, you want to return something, you know, I'm not in a rush. I'm not going to press you for that. Like, it's cool. It's not a big deal. So I'm looking at the time, I'm looking at my watch. And I noticed that she'd been in there for a good little minute or whatever. Like, it was like a little small Victoria bag. It wasn't like it was huge by no means. So then I noticed when she gets in there, Selena starts looking, shopping, browsing, legit like shopping inside of the store. So now I'm standing outside of the Victoria's Secret Mall for like, it went from 5 minutes to 10 to 15 minutes. I'm thinking to myself, like, I know this chick is not up in here legit shopping when she know that we supposed to be meeting doing business. Like, yo, that's mad rude. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's really rude. So I'm like, whatever. So she eventually walks out and she's talking about some, yeah, you know, I can't help but to not shop when I come inside the mall. And so I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool, whatever, you know. And then she was like, yeah, I'm really hungry right now. Like, I really want to get me something to eat. So I'm like, that's cool, yeah. You know, I mean, we in the food court area, so we can get something to eat real fast. And so she ended up getting her food. And so I noticed that, like, when we sat down, like, her demeanor was, like, very standoffish. It's like she had an attitude, like, as if she didn't even want to be there. You know, she was not very receptive to having a conversation. Her mood, she just had, like, this attitude out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? So when we actually had a conversation, the conversation had nothing to do with what we plan to discuss as far as taking care of business with her merchandise and what's going to take place as far as with the collabs that we're doing. It was like, I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, okay, what is the purpose of us even being here? I mean, she's talking about a whole bunch of different topics that ain't got nothing to do with what we discussed in those messages. She's asking me, did I see the video with Chandler Alexis? Did I watch the whole thing? And I'm like, yeah, I watched it or whatever. And she was just like, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of those things in the video, it was true. And so I'm thinking in the back of my head, I'm just like, so you mean to tell me that that whole time that you was trying to defend your honor online, that now you're telling me that those things that were true inside of the video, and that the fact that what Chandler Alexis said about you in the video was true. I mean, the conversation was just very childish. It felt like I was in high school. It was just gossip. She's telling me about how she felt about DDG dating Kennedy, and, you know, how, you know, she kind of looked at her sister and had like a sarcastic remark, like as if it's a problem dating Kennedy. Like, it was clear, like she was like, guess who's Daryl's dating? It's Kennedy. And she was like, yeah, her out of all the people or whatever, like as if like she got an issue with Kennedy. It was just like, I didn't understand the purpose. Like, I'm the whole time I'm thinking in my head, like, what is this? I'm here on business and we ain't talking about nothing. We essentially ain't talking about anything. And every single time when I try to revert the conversation back to business, as far as like, you know, I'm pitching ideas as far as what we should do for the weekend and record, it's like she had an attitude and was getting irritated. Like she puffed her lips up. And it's like these micro expressions on her face that told me that the fact that she was getting irritated. So her whole persona, as far as how she acts on camera, was completely different. She's like, she has a very dry personality. She's very rude and she's not really approachable at all. She's telling me that she doesn't really appreciate her fans that support her. She gets annoyed when people come up to her. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so these are the same individuals that support you. And the reason why you even have a name for yourself is your supporters, and you get bothered by them. And so she was just very like negative. But her sister, Michaela, she was very receptive. She had a bubbly personality. She was lighthearted. She was very easy to talk to. Everything that I thought about Selena, as far as like being a sweetheart and stuff like that, was the complete opposite. It's actually her younger sister, Michaela, that's exactly like that. I mean, Selena Michelle, she was just like skin and bones. I mean, it's just like, I don't know how to take you. Why are we even here? You know, and I'm trying to give feedback. Her sister was very pleased with some of the ideas. And Michaela, if you're watching this, you have the star quality. Like, you should be on camera. I mean, she literally is just a very, very fun person to be around. The complete opposite of what her sister is. And I couldn't understand, like, what is your deal? You get what I'm saying? Like, this was your idea to set this whole thing up. But then when it actually took place, you acting like you don't even want to do it. I think the only thing that she said in regards to the video was, I need to have an upload by Monday. I said, okay, that's cool. And you know, with all the negativity that she was talking about, you know, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna try to uplift you. You know what I mean? And take a negative situation and turn it to a positive. So I was telling Selena, I was encouraging her, letting her know, like, even though you get a lot of negative comments, you got to embrace people that do support you. Like, and I'm letting her know, like, you need to embrace those people, you know, even the haters. Like the haters are the same ones that'll sit there and support you and buy your merchandise. And so she still just had this attitude, like, yeah, I guess, whatever. But I'm just like, you know what? I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to take you. I'm trying to throw out ideas and you're just, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, she's nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing how she is on camera with that sweet, innocent. She's very, very rude and disrespectful, to be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, it threw me for a loop. I'm just like, wow, am I even talking to the same person? I'm like, this is crazy. So I noticed that she said, she looked at her sister Michaela and said that, you know, yeah, Michaela, like, you know, my phone isn't keeping a charge. And so she was like, yeah, I got a cousin that's in the hospital. He got into a car accident. He's in critical condition. I said, oh man, I looked at her, I said, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope everything is good. And she was like, yeah, we're gonna have to go to the hospital and leave, and I'm gonna have to take my sister Michaela back, because we was at the mall for probably about like 2 hours talking about nothing. Mind you, we weren't talking about nothing. I had to pick up my rental car because I had an appointment at 7 o'clock. So it's about like, we got there 4 and we left there around like 6 o'clock. So I asked, I said, can I feature you in the vlog? You know, because I'm vlogging this whole weekend, you know, I wanted to get you in the vlog. And she's like, yeah, that's fine, or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. So what the footage that you see of me walking inside of the mall is actually when we're actually about to leave. So, you know, I feature in the vlog, and as soon as, I kid you not, guys, as soon as I turn that camera on, Selena Michelle, that dull personality and this real like stank attitude, immediately just turned on to a whole nother person and just like, hey guys, all smiley and lovable and all of this. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, wow, you really do turn it on for the camera. Like, you're fake. That's not you. It's all for show. It was funny because her sister was shy towards the camera, but actually off camera, they're the opposite. Her sister got beautiful personality. Selena, not so much. So then as soon as I turned the camera off, she went back to her dull personality and she was like, yeah, I'll hit you up tomorrow. And gave me like this half-hearted hug or whatever. And I'm just like, okay. So she said that she was going to the hospital to see her cousin. Now, when I got back and I got situated with my my rental, I noticed that she didn't go to the hospital at all. She got on Instagram Live and she was just at the crib again, talking about nothing. So I thought that was kind of strange or whatever when I got back to the crib, but I brushed it off like whatever. So now the next day goes around, which is Sunday, because we met up on Saturday. So Sunday rolls around. I hit her up in the morning time, didn't get a response. Now I remember that she claimed that her phone wasn't working. So I said, okay, cool. Like, you know, I'm gonna hit her up on Instagram. I hit her up on the DMs because I remember she told me that her phone wasn't working. So I sent her a message in the DM and I said, hey, you know, what time did you want to meet up for the collab? I remember you said that your phone wasn't working, and I don't know if you got my message or not. So then she responds back and she tells me, she was like, yeah, my phone can't keep a charge. I'm actually at the hospital right now. And so I sent her a very genuine message saying that, you know, I'm really sorry to hear about your cousin. I hope that everything is run smoothly with him. You know, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I was seeing if it was possible if we could film, you know, sometime today, if that's possible. She didn't respond back. So I was thinking, I'm just like, okay. And now around this time, it's Sunday. I stayed there until Monday. My flight leaves there on Monday, and The whole purpose of me being out here was to do a collab with each other and for me to do business with her clothing line. Something is shady, like something just don't add up. I feel like she's not keeping it 100 with me. So later that night, you know, I'm vlogging, you know, trying to get some good shots for my personal vlog for my channel. And what sparked my mind, I was just like, you know, before I hit the club, if your phone is quote unquote not working, I'm pretty sure you have other people around you that got phone. I mean, we live in 2017. There's no reason why you can't contact me from somebody's phone to let me know something, to give me something. I flew all the way out here and I'm just like, nah, something's not right. This sounds like some BS. So later that night, what I did was I have an app where you can change your area codes. First, I called her from my number. Later that night, it was like 7 o'clock to follow up with her. She didn't pick up. So I'm just like, okay, let me test this out. So what I did was I used the area code that was in her area.
Hello? Hello?
And so of course, lo and behold, she picks up. So I'm like, Now, your phone isn't quote unquote keeping a charge, as she puts it. And she claims that she can't use her phone. But there's nothing wrong with her phone right now when I call from an area code in her area. So I wanted to see if she would tell on herself. I texted her and basically created a diversion. And I texted her, I said, hey man, I think I saw you at Club F6 tonight. And so she responded back immediately, promptly, and was like, oh yeah, who is this? So what that told me right off the back that this girl is playing games. Okay, so clearly you just sent me on a blank mission. And it's crazy because it's just like I spent $1,800 to come out here for you to be playing childish little games. $1,800. And I'm just thinking to myself like, this is crazy. This chick has a serious problem. Now, I'm the type of person, I still think optimistically. Even after all of that, I'm gonna give her one more day. So I continued on with the night as far as like went to the club and I still got until Monday. But even though in the back of my mind, I already know this girl is clearly playing little games. It's like it makes literally no sense whatsoever. And so now we on Monday, the last final day that I'm here to try to get this collab of what we discussed. So this time around like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, I called her from a number in her area code. But this time when she picked up, I actually spoke. You still up for the collab today?
Well, I'm kind of busy right now, so let me get back to you when I'm done doing what I'm doing, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks.
All right. Once again, her phone is working just fine. Nothing wrong with her phone. She can pick up. And when she picked up the phone, it didn't even sound like Selena. It sounded like it was like one of her sisters that picked up the phone. And so I'm like, okay. And of course, as you guys know, I didn't receive no phone call. I just want to put that out there that Selena Michelle is a fraud, a phony, and a fake. She's not a genuine person. The image that you see on camera is not her at all. And that's why I wanted to share this experience, that what she did was not cool. You guys got to understand that I'm not the person that's drama driven. This was not even part of my plan to even create this video right now. See, I know what it is. See, you thought you was talking to one of them little goofy little Cali niggas out there. Let me inform you that I'm from Chicago. We move with action. And when somebody don't keep their word, there's certain repercussions that come with that. And I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to attack her or, our son, because I know there's probably going to be somebody like, oh, that's a female. Why are you attacking on the female? Look, I don't discriminate. If this was the same situation that happened with the male, the outcome would be the same. You don't do this to people at all. You don't waste people's time like that. You don't set something up to send somebody on a blank mission. And that's the thing about with me. I don't care about your subscriber count. I don't care about how big you are. What I judge is your character. This is what fake people do. Fake people have to keep up a certain image. They have to portray a certain image to others. They lie to different people. They got to keep up with different lies. So individuals like me pick apart stuff that don't add up. They want to stay away from a person like me because he might just expose me. And that's exactly why we making this video right now. I didn't even want it to have to get like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, and the type of person I am, I'm not drama driven. I didn't go out there like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna get Selena Michelle. I'm gonna get this juicy story on her and I'm gonna set her up and all that. Nah, I don't operate like that. I'm sorry. You did this to yourself. And it's crazy to me that Selena goes on and preaches that she doesn't like drama and all of this when in reality, you're the problematic one. It's you. Your actions is why this drama gets started in the first place, is because of what you do. It's you. And I'm not even looking for somebody to point the finger. I'm flat out just telling the truth that it's you. The thing that blows me the most is, right? I post a video about, you know, the clickbaiting title, because really it was a joke. So it's crazy to me that Selena replies to the video and comments and says, I don't appreciate being clickbaited. Really? You don't appreciate being clickbaited, but it's perfectly fine to send me off and waste my time, right? You do realize that you clickbaited my weekend. You clickbaited me when I came out to San Diego when you decided that you didn't want to do the collab. It's crazy to me that you can't see your own faults. So that's why I wanted to share that with you guys, that just because somebody portrays themselves on camera in a certain light, that does not mean that that's who they are as a person, and you have to be very careful. And this is a lesson learned from me as well, that anybody who reached out to me with a collab, oh, it's got to be some precautionary measures, because I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, I'm still waiting for somebody to be like, hey, you're pranked. This is a joke, right? Quick words to Selena. Hey, maybe social media ain't for you. Stay away from anybody dealing with social media. Matter of fact, don't go by any human being at all. Just you need some time to yourself where you can get your mind straight. Tell yourself this. Selena, which I'm pretty sure you watching this video right now, tell yourself, okay, breathe in and say, okay, I'm the problem. The reason why drama keeps coming my way is because of what I'm doing. Like, have some type of integrity for yourself. You had me go all the way from thousands of miles from Chicago to San Diego just to send me on a blank mission, and you thought that nothing was gonna happen, Selena? Come on now. You honestly thought that this was gonna blow over and I wasn't gonna make an exposed video? You thought I wasn't going to say nothing at all. You thought I was going to keep quiet, huh? You silly. I mean, it's really a joke. Get your mind right, because right now, there's some stuff that's going on with you that you have an issue. I don't know what it is, but you have an issue. Like I said, man, this is an exposed video to let you guys know my experience with Selena Michelle. This is what took place off camera. The facts don't lie. Yeah, I'm a nice guy, but I'm a realist over everything. That I hate the fact that this had to happen like this. I didn't want it to be like this, but it happened. It is what it is, okay? So moving forward, hopefully we don't have to go through this again, okay? We don't have to deal with drama, and this channel can soar. You know, we can have fun, be lighthearted, and just have a good time, man. Like, for real. Like I said, I hate that this had to happen, but I got to do it. So moving forward, I got some good quality content on the way. Okay, so Selena, I truly do hope it was worth it, because you just been exposed. So with that being said, guys, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.
No disrespect at all to my women or the ladies that carry themselves. Unlike these bitches. You know I ain't talking to you, baby. I'm talking about these bitches. And I hate that I had to be so vulgar. Talking about these bitches. It's just when I heard this shit, I mean, I found it an incredible time to say what's on my mind.